Hi, everybody. This is quite a day. This is a day which we were hoping to celebrate some first for the state of Georgia and for the nation. However, that has been dimmed by what has occurred in Washington, D.C. today. One of the things that we have started for this year is we started it last Friday on January 1st. And with our first Wednesday of the year with Stephen Hill and Myra J. I'm just inviting you all to join us in participating in our inspiration and inspirational moment, perhaps sometimes motivational moment of the day. And that today was appropriately enough to just take a moment and breathe. Just take it in and take it out. This has been, I can't speak for anybody else, but it has been like a roller coaster where you start with the highest of highs with about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock this morning when Reverend Warnock was announced or projected to be the winner. And that was, just working your way up that roller coaster. And then, it kind of stayed up there. And then the ridiculousness of the election certification started to come down a little bit. And then with the storming of the United States Capitol by these white terrorists.
That that's what we're going with. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh hell
right.
yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how this is all going to roll out. Keep going. I'm sorry.
No, Stephen Hill. I think we need to call it what it is, and this is domestic terrorism by white people, and under the tutelage, under the guidance, under the leadership of the white terrorists of our times.
Don the Con, yes. Captain
Donald Trump.
Chaos.
Exactly. He has led these people. He has fed them. He has groomed them. He has motivated them. And today was the coup, and truly was a coup. But this was the ultimate penultimate moment
what it was.
of this takeover or attempted takeover of the United States government and the Capitol. And as he told them a month ago, get ready for January 6th. He told them last month, he said, get ready. I'll see you January 6th.
And giving them too much credit. The takeover is too strong a word, right? There was no plan. There was no succession plan. There was no plan for leadership. It was just angry white people doing things that angry white people do. To call it a takeover, to give it any kind of semblance of a plan or intelligence attached.
Oh no! I don't call it a plan. You're right.
But it's like a coup. A coup kind of has some planning to it, and like, okay,
I don't know.
Take this leader out and put this leader in. This had none of that. This just had like Trump going raw, and there's people going raw, go. That was it.
Pretty much.
I will say that they didn't talk about it perhaps too much, but I think that there was a plan. But here's the thing, and let's not get away from the most important element of the last 24 hours. And that is that history was made in the state of Georgia, sending two Democrats starting early this morning and then late this afternoon.
Let's be more through this. It's not just blue, it's black, blue, and Jew. Black, blue, and Jew. That's what. Tell me 20 years ago you thought Georgia would be black, blue, and Jew in the Senate. Come on.
So that's big. That's bigger than big. And unfortunately, I don't want what has happened today to overshadow the big. It's big. The bigness, the hugeness, the great import of today. And
let me tell you something, Sybil. Yes. I am so damn happy. I realize I have been in a low-key depression apparently since March because I woke up this morning like, what is this feeling? And I went, I'm freaking happy. I'm so freaking happy that it turned blue. We did it. I just want, and I know you're going to address this, Sybil, but people like Latasha Brown and Stacey Abrams and Coy Malone and all the people, the grassroots people who got together and didn't just come out. They've been out here for months and years registering people, and then they ratcheted up for these last 2 months and got 100,000 people who didn't vote in the presidential election to vote in the senatorial election. And I don't know if you all saw this, and I always forget his name. Is it Gabriel Sterling or Sterling Gabriel?
That's the in the Secretary of State's office.
Yes. The election. He was pissed this morning. He was truly pissed. He said, if the Republicans lose both of these seats, it's Donald Trump's fault.
Yeah,
he said it's President Trump's fault, and it just gave me such joy.
Well, and now they're saying it. You know, today is a day where people are saying things that we've known all along, Myra and Steve. But today is the day that they're saying it, and we're like, what took you so long to say this? Because they knew that he was bringing this whole election down for the Republicans and everything. But I'm not mad at it because it worked to perfection. It worked to perfection for the part of right and good.
It was the perfect storm. And somehow, because I told you, I've been here 20 years, and every major election, everybody that I voted for.
She told me this last night. We were talking. Yes. and so I called Myra. I was driving, and I called Myra. I said, so, you know, just to get a feel of Georgia and how people were, you know, because unfortunately I didn't make it there this past week. And so I was just, you know, just to get a sense, because my cousin had been sending me pictures all day, showing me the empty parking lots and how people weren't coming out as much and everything. So then as after the polls had closed, I called Myra and I said, so how you feeling? How's it looking? You know, what's going on local TV? And she's like, girl, I know, I'm watching Everybody Loves Raymond. Like, what? What? And she said, and I don't even like everybody. And then she relayed to me that it's been 20 years since she moved from LA to Atlanta. And for the very first time, she voted for Democrats that won.
They hadn't even won yet, but they had a good chance. Right. Well, yeah, Joe Biden won. Yes, the first time in 20 years, and that's what I mean. You can never get up. It's like getting in the ring every time. You get your ass whooped, you dust yourself off, you go back out there, you get your ass whooped, you dust yourself off. And so last night I was watching it, and then I went, shit, my high blood pressure kicking in. I couldn't take the roller coaster ride, so I had taken a break from watching it when Sybil called. And so about midnight, I tuned back in, and I think because I think George had called you and Jay. He called me about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was so happy. And once I woke up and was up at 2, I was up till 7 this morning, like just totally geeked. And shout out to DeKalb County. Yes.
Came in strong.
Coming through strong. Absolutely. And when I tell you the only reason why Georgia isn't sitting off in the middle of the ocean right now is because of COVID. Because we would be in the middle of the damn streets, rocking this state from side to side. Damn this virus, because we would be in the streets partying for real.
That's right. Atlanta ain't that close. You can still find a place to go party in Atlanta.
And trust the man who knows how to find a good party.
That close. Shout out Apartment 4B. Anyhow,
shout out to
Apartment 4B.
Okay. Oh, right.
Shout out Compound. People won't be on the compound.
Oh my God, the compound. The compound.
Shoot. People over at JD's house right now, like, yeah.
Stephen Hill, what were your thoughts? I'm not sure where you were last night, and I know that you're always watching all this stuff, but what were your thoughts?
No, I was up. I was actually playing some poker last night, and I stayed up late. Is anything going on today? I haven't been. Is anything going on? No. Look, when Warnock won, and right before I kind of shut my eyes down, it was clear for Warnock, and Ossoff was a little bit behind. So when I woke up today, Ossoff had caught up. But even last night, they had said with the counties that are out, it looked like Ossoff was going to make up. It's always the big counties that are the last to count all of their votes. But I still admit I was stunned when both of them came through. Again, Georgia, black, blue, and Jew, and the youngest senator since Joe Biden to be elected.
34 next month. It's like
yes, that's huge.
And it's then John Kennedy like, you know what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And with everything, I watched today as if I had a big bowl of Orville Redenbacher to my side, right? And I admit it, like I haven't been upset. It didn't upset me. It didn't, because I'm thinking like, how can they turn this on black people? And the answer was, they can't, right?
Right.
There was not one black person there. Right?
Okay, hold on.
They're going to look stupid for not having the line in front of the.
Hold on. No, just hold on for a second, because let's kind of work through the day.
Okay.
Okay. So, and I want you to hold on to that passion, because you make a great point, and the point that we've been talking about this here at the White House all day. The White House.
I never don't have passion. I never don't have passion. It's not really concerned, so I'll hold it if you want me to.
Hold it.
Ooh, how many times have I said that?
and meant it.
That called for that was a throwback right there. All right.
So,
if you want me to.
As we are awaiting for the real results or the projection for John Ossoff, the arrival of the senators and the United States House of Representatives, as they're all marching in for the certification of the Electoral College votes, right? And we know what's going to happen. We know that there are going to be these renegades or these Trumpy
Trumplicans,
or his minions to do the work that they know is impossible. But what they're doing is currying favor with the people who are meeting down the street for 2024, right? And so they're thinking that, we'll go and we'll pretend like we're supporting him, and we're going to get the support of these people who are still supporting Donald Trump, and all will be good for our electoral chances in 2024. So as they're walking in and doing all the ceremony part, the joint session, and Donald Trump is down the road, just down the street, and he is speaking before all of these people for about, it's like another of his rallies for the better part of an hour.
It's called a rally.
You're right. And talking to these people that he had invited a month ago and told them, I'll see you on January 6th, where all this stuff is going to happen. So he gets them all riled up to the point where it's like, we ought to just go on down to the Capitol.
He did. He told them to.
He told them to.
We just ought to go.
He told them to go to the Capitol. He told them to go. We're going to go. I don't remember the exact words, but it was a very
it sounded a lot like go to the Capitol is what he said.
But so much
was a word that was used.
Thought that he was actually going to, whatever Secret Service would allow, but they thought he was going to walk down with them because that's how engaged they were, right? So he leaves, they go, and when they go, they really went with passion. So as they're working their way down to the Capitol, these senators especially are making their speeches. And the man who was about to lose his job as the Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, spoke for the first time, making sense of the 4 years of the Donald Trump presidency. Let's listen to this.
The voters, the courts, and the states have all spoken. They've all spoken. If we overrule them, it would damage our republic forever. This election actually was not unusually close. Just in recent history, 1976, 2000, and 2004 were all closer than this one. The electoral college margin is almost identical to what it was in 2016. If this election were overturned by mere allegations from the losing side, our democracy would enter a death spiral. We'd never see the whole nation accept an election again. Every 4 years would be a scramble for power at any cost.
Mitch McConnell today said all the right things, but where was he over these 4 years as he allowed Donald Trump to destroy the democracy of this country? Where was he? Where was that steely rod vertebra?
That's why I said womp womp.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
I didn't because when it came to it, I admit I've been no fan of Mitch McConnell, but I'm also a fan of anybody who even when they're doing all the wrong things, finally does something right. So I'm not gonna. I gotta admit, the fact that he did that held more weight with me because he could have just gone the party line. Ted Cruz is still an asshole. Ted Cruz has been an asshole, still one, putting this democracy in danger. Mitch McConnell, at least in this moment, really pointedly chose democracy. I may not agree with the way he rolls. I hate what he did with the Supreme Court. I hate what he's done with a whole bunch of things, how he treated Obama. But in this moment, homie Von Homie did the right thing.
Okay, so let me just say this, and it's not often I agree with J. Anthony Brown, but let's go with Mr. Brown.
Move, Mitch! Get out the way! Get out the way! Get the fuck out the way! Move, Mitch! Get out the way! Get out the way! Get the fuck out the way! Time's up! Be gone! Time to right some fucking wrongs! Move, bitch! I mean, Mitch.
And then shameless plug.
Jay agrees with me. Time to right some effing wrongs. It's exactly what Mitch McConnell did today.
Too little, too late, Steve.
Oh, come on. It's not, what do you want him to do? Go back and change the past? Is that's the move?
No, but you know what?
So all you can do is go from this moment
I know. But this is like the argument with your girlfriend or your boyfriend. This is like, oh, okay, I messed up, but let's start over. Let's go fresh.
No, it's not about starting over. No, it's not about starting over. It's about taking this action and at least giving him credit for this action, as opposed to keeping going with all this energy about things you can't change. You can't change what happened in the past.
To me, though,
I can blame your ass for ruining this country.
That's giving him
use your energy. Feel free.
No. That's giving him too much credit for doing your freaking job that you have not been doing the whole time you have been in office. Okay, you did your job.
What part of the job did he not do? What in his job? What did he not do in his office before?
Because he has been blocking.
Than I have. Yeah, that's what he does. That's it.
But not for the good of the country, Steve. He has gone along with a man who has tried to destroy this country.
It's been very, very self-serving so that he could remain in office.
I want to be very clear. I'm not defending Mitch McConnell's past actions. What I'm saying is to keep all the energy on what happened in the past, as opposed to saying like he had a way. He could have gone either way today, and he chose the democracy today. And you still want to, fine. We can talk about, if you wouldn't want to spend all the time talking about all the stuff he's done in the past is bad, that's fine. What about what happened today?
That's where the old boyfriend thing comes in. You just remind me of so many men in my past. That stuff, come on.
No. I mean, okay. And you remind me of so many girlfriends who just want to focus on the past. have no desire to move forward. Have no desire whatsoever to move forward. Just like, you did that 5 years ago. You did that 2 weeks ago. So in any interest in changing the relationship, which we'll call the democracy, has no interest. Anyhow,
this makes me wonder though, because it's all this talk about democracy. So are you not you, but I mean, are you really for democracy, or are you really for this is what's working for me at the time. They know that this does not stand a chance of winning.
But here's the thing.
So I need to be on the side of what's going to win, what's going to keep me moving forward. So I'm going to say this right now because this is the proper thing to do right now.
And knowing that this is the way he needs to go out. He needs, as the gentleman legislator, the gentleman on all of this. It was very self-serving, as Yolanda said. It's very self-serving.
Who Mitch McConnell's was self-serving?
Yeah,
I believe so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
I disagree with him on everything, but there comes that point when, and it's shown today in so many different ways, where democracy is on the line, right? You guys are tired of me over the last 6 months of saying democracy is fragile, right? And blocking is something you can do and keep democracy going, right? I don't agree with it. I hate it. This is a point where there's actions happening which are actually putting democracy at risk. Ted Cruz is still putting democracy at risk. Ted Cruz is suggesting an action of an electoral commission that happened in 1877 with Rutherford B. Hayes. What he's leaving out is that the result of that action was the end of Reconstruction, because what happened was a backroom deal. The end of Reconstruction and the introduction to Jim Crow. So Ted Cruz has no problem keeping democracy on the line.
And
I don't like Mitch McConnell's moves, but at this point in time today, he was like, all right, I could keep going this route like Ted Cruz, or I could put democracy first. And he chose democracy.
And you know what? I'm not sure that he chose democracy. I think he just chose a way for his to make a distinguished exit into how he wants to be remembered. And I believe in my heart of hearts that he stands there with Ted Cruz.
Okay.
I just can't. I can't.
Again, girlfriends who take actions and then twist them so they match their own narrative. Got it. We're good. Moving on.
Hello.
So then what happened, Sybil?
So then this is when Ted Cruz and the others start talking about and bringing up the states that they believe did not send the proper electors to represent and to vote, right? And so they start with Arizona, and they say that Arizona's not done the right job, and this is where the House and the Senate separate. They go to each of their chambers, and they start the 2 hours of discussion. Well, as this is happening, this is when the crowd has moved down to the U.S. Capitol. They have breached security. They're on the steps. The Capitol Police, all of this are there, and they practically just open the doors for them to come in. They let all of these white people in. When you remember a few short months ago, when Black folks were merely protesting and demonstrating, Donald Trump brought all of his military, brought all of his security out there, rubber bullets, everything against Black people. Today, as the white terrorists are storming the Bastille, known as the U.S. Capitol, this is what happened.
That's why I was saying it was white privilege at its finest, because 10 minutes into it, I was going, I need to hear the sound of rubber bullets bouncing off some butts right about now. But they just let them kept going and going and going. And they're sitting there, the commentators, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. And I'm sitting there going, people of color, the LGBTQ community, disabled people, people who aren't Christians, Muslim people, we're also sitting here going, this is the real freaking America that we have been talking about, that we have to tiptoe through every freaking day. This isn't brand new. What happened? This is what they have been wanting to do for years, and they finally had a leader who said, come, my ignorant children, and walk upon the Capitol, and that's just what freaking happened. They just let loose arrogance and ignorance, and they went up the freaking Capitol stairs and inside the damn Capitol. I wasn't shocked. I wasn't shocked that it happened. I wasn't shocked that we still waiting to see how many people got arrested. Unfortunately, someone has lost their life, and for freaking what? For
Right.
freaking what? This
Yeah,
was
I'm not sure about
damn
the total,
ridiculous.
Myra, either, but we do have some pictures of what we did see today.
So I don't know. Can you? Are we still? Can you hear us over the picture?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that first picture may have been a shot fired through the door. So some of you may have seen video of the tragedy of the woman being shot by a bullet. It looks like the bullet came out of a window, out of a door, just like that one there, and struck the woman in either the neck or the chest. I believe it was the chest. And there's video on social media now where you can see the woman go down, and it looks like it might be on the other side of that door. Unbelievably tragic, as these are obviously agents trying to protect the house. I believe that's the house. I'm not sure. Yeah,
I believe so too.
Yeah.
Okay, this is outside of the Capitol as they are climbing up and hanging off the rafters, as it were, the banisters outside, and as others were making their way inside.
Nobody has tear gas. Nobody. So did they run out of tear gas? A helicopter couldn't carry the tear gas because it was too heavy. Where's the damn tear gas? Because if it would have been black or brown people, it would have been tear gas by now.
Oh, tear gas and bullets and all that. We have some video. Hang on one second. Where were the bullets? Where were the guys with the, to bring them down and arrest them?
Well, the rubber bullets.
Where
it felt like there were no rubber bullets anywhere around. It felt like
I agree. No.
Look, I'll be the bad guy. The fact that they lined up against the Capitol when BLM was in town, like it was going to be an armed rush, and no one could figure out that there's going to be a Trump rally that way, and then they're going to march that way. And the fact they didn't even bother, I'm not sure they double locked the doors. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure they double locked the doors to the Capitol. And so the fact they came in, I must admit, I was like, let them go as far as they can. Let them breach this. As long as no one gets hurt. I'm sorry that someone did. Yeah, because my point being like, this is America. And I sat back there with my Orville Redenbacher going like, Like what's my man's name who sat in the courtroom with the popcorn in the 50s? Bull. You know what I'm talking about. Let's watch this. And it showed America on display. And I think it around the world, we are a laughingstock. Democracy is fragile. We are losing our position as leaders of the free world. I didn't laugh about that, but I did laugh about, okay, go ahead. Let these white terrorists.
Democracy is a verb.
Yeah.
It's a verb.
I agree. Yeah. But Steve, it didn't disturb you that, and I went the better part of the day watching this until, finally, the conversation was always about how this would have been so much different with Black folks. And finally I heard a white person say it, and I think it was Claire McCaskill, a former senator from Missouri, talking about, if this had been Black folks, this would have been all over. Let's go with this.
Yeah, that was Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
That was what
That's what it looked like. Yeah. And what we saw today, where the police going, yeah, I see you. Okay, all right, don't stop. We got another one.
It's a tour. It's a tour.
Yeah. You go this way and you go this way, and then we'll meet around inside the House of Representatives
for lunch.
Exactly. And this is what happens. This man is sitting in Nancy Pelosi's office.
Yeah.
You know what? I think here's the reason why, because through every filter is like, is this in any way bad for Black people? And the answer I keep coming up with is like, nope. Nothing about what happened today. There was I literally could not see one Black person. And I scanned through the entire day.
Right.
You did? Who were active?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Wow.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I saw some Black people because I was like, boy, if you don't get your ass out of there.
and if police had seen them, then
right.
They'd be the ones arrested. But I really, overall, I'm like, is this bad for Black people? I was like, nope. No, it's not. Does this shine a light like other things in media have done over history and kind of hopefully, so going forward, we'll go like, oh, we need to approach this much differently. Yes. So as always, I'm hopeful for the future because this today did not, as I see it, and I could be wrong, did not hurt Black people. And shout out to Roger. Roger, thank you much. It was Bull Connor. Bull Connor is who I was.
Bull Connor. Okay.
Yeah, sitting with popcorn.
Steve, let me ask you this because you lived in DC and grew up as a kid in DC. And everybody's saying, how did this happen? How did they not prepare for this? How did they not have a plan? And I said that the mayor of DC, Muriel Bowser, she had prepared. She told people, and she had the foresight to have the police and ready for all of this. What happened after that? That wasn't on her watch. That wasn't. I don't think. I think that they're going to find a way to make her a scapegoat in all of this.
Oh, I know. No, they can't. They can't. No.
Well, you know what I heard was that she had reached out to have the National Guard there,
right?
But they said that's for DC. They said the Capitol building is federal property.
Right.
So that was up to the Capitol Police.
And you know who ended up calling out the National Guard?
Nancy Pelosi.
And Mike Pence. Mike Pence. Not Donald Trump, but the man who did not save Donald Trump today.
But did you hear when they first charged the Capitol, the first tweet that he sent out, that Don the Con sent out, was something like, and you need to hold Mike Pence accountable. So people, that was the first thing he tweeted.
Right.
Basically was like,
I'm very disappointed in Mike Pence. Yes, I'm very disappointed in Mike Pence.
Yes.
Wait, what? That's your focus?
Yes.
Right. Speaking of Twitter, Twitter has locked Donald Trump's account for 12 hours.
No.
Yeah, because of his speech. Yes.
So I know he got his speech off, but they locked his account?
They locked his account for 12 hours.
Once President-elect Biden came out and gave a speech, and in his speech he said, and Trump, you need to call your minions right now and do something. So then Trump comes out and gives a little funky 60-minute speech. 60-second, and he opens it with,
hang on, Myra, we have it. Hang on.
Oh, good.
I know your pain. I know you're hurt. We had an election that was stolen from us. It was a landslide election, and everyone knows it, especially the other side. But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a very tough period of time. There's never been a time like this where such a thing happened, where they could take it away from all of us, from me, from you, from our country. This was a fraudulent election, but we can't play into the hands of these people. We have to have peace. So go home. We love you. You're very special. You've seen what happens. You see the way others are treated that are so bad and so evil. I know how you feel. But go home and go home in peace.
Yeah.
Is that backwards?
Yeah,
I
think
What is it?
25? 25, as in the 25th Amendment. Let's go. 25th.
Yes. Well, you know what? And they actually blocked him because he lied in the speech saying that he won the election by a landslide. That's why they blocked him. But
so they block his whole account or just removed this video?
They did both. They blocked him and they deleted. the tweet.
This next 2 weeks is about to be a disrespect parade for Donald Trump. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
next 2 weeks
Then
are
why
going to be a
doesn't he
disrespect.
just go
You know
away
what?
with
My
I know
my son said when he said and go in peace, he said, well, to tell them to go in peace at this point is like telling white people to season the food. You know, it just ain't gonna happen. It just ain't gonna happen.
This is season.
Period. But you're right, Stephen. The 25th Amendment, I was saying that the other day. Mike Pence is the one who can call that right. Somebody needs to have the kahunas to say, we are taking away his powers. Period.
I'm saying, oh, sorry.
Take away his bathroom privileges, the toilet paper. Something.
No more KFC delivery.
Right.
It's going to sound like a joke, but it's not, because even Stevie Wonder can see that the 25th Amendment has come out. Here's a recent. Here's Stevie Wonder. It's time for the leaders of this country to invoke the 25th Amendment. Isn't it obvious? Today has made me sad with disbelief with what is happening in my country, a country that has inspired my songs of hope and love. I am heartbroken and astounded that this narcissistic and dangerous president would put lives in danger and encourage violent sedition against our government. First of all, I just love the fact that Stevie Wonder used the word sedition. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little, I love it.
There is sedition on the wall.
I love it, Sybil.
Yeah. He said, can we afford 2 more weeks? I say no. America, please put some respect on America's name. Stevie Wonder, ladies and gentlemen. Stevie Wonder.
Put some respect on him. Yep.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous of you saying that, Sybil. That was just brilliant. We ain't got sedition.
I feel a murder hit coming your way.
A little bit.
Okay, so that is now that they have sent these people on their way. The mayor has put in a curfew starting a couple hours ago at 6 p.m. Eastern time until 6 a.m. tomorrow. And they are going to resume the certification tonight.
Yes. As they should, to make a point that nothing will stop democracy.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
They had to do that. And it might not even be it might be in the old Capitol building, because no telling what kind of shape or condition those facilities are in now after these terrorists have come through. But
they found pipe bombs. Did we mention the fact that they actually
no, we did not.
We
did not talk about the
pipe
IEDs.
bomb? Like, so when you turn terrorists, it's not loose. It's not like, oh, that's cool. WT used to be white trash. Now it's white terrorists. Yeah, right. So it's really that, like, pipe bombs.
Yeah.
Breaking windows.
At the National Republican Committee office, as well as there in the Capitol building, they found these pipe bombs. And so you're absolutely right, Steve. This is the conversation that too many of us are still, not having. And
there need to be arrests, and a whole bunch of them.
Okay, so Yolanda's putting something up here.
Okay. 14. Right. Right.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I was so funny. I was just going to address that very thing. Yeah. But I do believe the situation between the two of them is so fractured. Yeah. I'm not sure what Pence would do it.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd like to believe that he would, but
Trump is so checkers. He wasn't thinking ahead. Like, don't diss the guy that can pardon you. But he did diss the guy. So Pence has got no desire to have anything to do with Trump after today.
Yes.
None.
And he can only be pardoned on federal things. So crimes against the state of New York can't be pardoned on. And they said that the phone call in Georgia comes under the state. Yep. So, oopsie poos.
You think he's going to be prosecuted for that call, by the way? You think he's going to be prosecuted for that call?
No, but
I think they should, but I don't think that they will.
But check this out, because and I can't remember which member of the squad did start a letter to have him impeached. I know a lot of people think The lady from Minnesota.
Yeah, Ilhan Omar.
Yes. Well, here's the deal. He can be impeached even after he's out of office. And I know people think it's a waste of time, but one of the experts said the only thing about that is if he is impeached a second time, he cannot run for president.
Right. Yeah. And that's right down the alley of what we want.
You just changed my mind. You just changed my mind.
See that?
No.
I promised you to dance, Sybil. I'm dancing in my chair. I promised you to dance. I did promise you to dance. Yes.
She's going to work for you today, Steve.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
So I couldn't see what I was doing.
Yes. So all this, and I'm going to run in 2024 and, blah, 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 and running around fake raising all this money for his thing. That would put a squash on all that if he's impeached a second time. So just something to dream about tonight. That's all.
I think we should all make sure and I say this, I've said this before, so we raised a whole bunch of money that was outside of the government, basically a PAC. He raised over $200 million to fight the election. That money still exists. A lot of that money still exists. He also has a $400 million bank payment due very soon after he leaves office. Right. Let's please all keep track of the money. Let's all keep following the money.
Follow the money.
Understand. Now, I'm not sure what the reporting rules are for PAC money and money like that if we really need to know publicly where it is, but we should really do everything we can, I know the Washington Post will, to find out if any of that money that he said I need to go for the election goes to that $400 million bank note that is going to come due very soon. He does not have the cash. He does not have cash. He doesn't have yet. He can't cover it otherwise.
Oh, and the world just gets better and better.
So Ramona on Facebook says that is this Donald Trump's lawyer on the Georgia call has resigned. So obviously he knows that there were some illegalities there and could not, as a legal eagle, could not be a part of that conversation, or perhaps doesn't want to be called to.
That's my ice water kicking in, y'all.
Of all the things on that call, I don't know if did you listen to the call or read the call? Did you read it or listen to it?
I listened.
Okay, I listened to part of it and read most of it.
I didn't read the transcript.
He didn't, even on that call, even though he's trying to get an election done, he found a way to disrespect women on that call.
Oh, yeah.
He found a way to he has to answer. Cletus answering. He goes, Cletus, frankly, I wasn't talking to your ass. I was like, damn.
I know. Right.
He
never fails to disrespect women or black people.
Right. And so even in that, even it had nothing to do with women, he's like, Cleta, I really wasn't talking to you.
Right.
I was like, disrespect.
Really? Yeah.
These 14 days, I'm telling you right now, you are not. If you allow yourself to have fun these last 14 days, as everyone pulls back, I mean, we had our old Mitch conversation, but even nothing else, this was a pullback from Mitch, right? Pence is pulled back. All these people realize that in 14 days, there's nothing can pass. There's nothing he can really do. People will feel happy going, no, Mr. President. Or if they say hey, you go from here to there, they'll be like, cool, but it's going to take me 15 days. Right? So all these things are ways to disrupt Trump in the last 14 days. So enjoy it while you can.
Tamika Mallory, this is your friend Tamika Mallory is on Twitter and very funny today.
Yes.
I suggest that black folks stand back and stand by while these white folks throw a tantrum in DC. America needs to face its real problem. Don't go out there. This is not our fight.
That's my favorite tweet of the
That's what I said. I said, oh, look at that. I said, white folks acting a fool. Just don't have the sense of an eggplant. Look at that. Ain't that something?
It goes back to, is today going to hurt black people? And Tamika in her own way was going as long as we stay out of it, it is not going to at all.
That's like my mother used to say, that's grown folks' business. Everybody, this white folks' business. This is
right.
I'm good.
Let them just go over there and just act a complete fool. And you just sit back and go, mm-mm-mm.
So you make a great point, Stephen, pointing out that it's 14 days, and we've been giving the countdown on the newsletter every day, countdown to the election, and now
Yeah.
countdown to the inauguration, and 2 weeks from today.
Yes.
2 weeks
Well,
from
if you want
today.
to be 8 hours shy of 14 days.
Yeah. So it's 13 days and
And 26 hours.
Some change,
Yes.
yes.
26, 28 hours, 26. Yeah, 26.
So, and you're a math major, as has been pointed out. So what is that? This is the conversation between our friends Kevin and Steve today. Kevin said, "While I trust our democracy will survive a very disappointing day, a lot of Republicans will need to decide who they are." And Stephen Hill said, "My fear is they know who they are and that they will decide only which elements they will show." Brilliant.
Yeah, sure.
You know what? One of the political commentators to me made a very interesting point. And of course, this was before the chaos broke out this afternoon. He said, all of those Republicans who said that they were going to block this whole thing, that they need to decide tonight if they're going to break away and start a new party. Because how can you do all this and stand basically on the neck of democracy, on the voice of the people, and then come back on Thursday and just pretend like the whole thing never happened? Like, okay, we're back now. So, if y'all want to break off and call yourself the new Tea Party, the Twisted Tea Party, how about that? The Twisted Tea Party. And because what has happened is that hate will eventually turn upon itself.
Yeah.
And your leader.
And it will, the fish rots from the head. So Stephen Hill, what do you think about that? In terms of the Republicans and how they come back tomorrow and, deciding where they stand on the Republican spectrum?
So for the first time since in 12 years, they own no parts of the legislative or executive branch. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So Obama's first 2 years, he had
right.
Democrat.
Right.
He had that, yeah.
That's it. And I think, candidly, with the advance of social media, the advance of even more Fox News and CNN and how people consume news, I think people are going to be held more accountable for their actions going forward. But that's also combined with a news cycle that just makes you forget things right away, right? You can forget past transgressions, but they can always come back to haunt you. That being said, I think the Republicans really have to take a step back, and I don't know what's going to happen in these rooms, but they've got to decide how much they want to hitch their wagon to Trump and how much they don't. I think we're going to see tonight when they come back, if Pennsylvania goes through unchallenged and Georgia goes through unchallenged, then the decision will have, I can tell you now, the Republicans will have made the decision that they are going to disattach themselves from Trump. And this is the start of something that's going to go forward. If they don't, I think it's still up in the air. But if they come back and it's like, and the things from Pennsylvania seem clear and good, and you see Republicans do this. Then,
and Kelly Loeffler is in her office cleaning her stuff.
Right. That's what I was going to ask you guys. That's what I was going to ask you.
Did you see her walking today? She walked today like.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you think she's still going to block it now? Now that she's. That's what the L stands for. It's not Loeffler.
I guess they did want that far right radical priest.
Oh my God, radical liberal. Oh my God.
Aren't you glad that that's all done, Myra?
Woo.
That was the thing, the ads just, and that's what brought her down. I mean, that whole thing against the Black church. Yeah. And the radical leftists and accusing him of such. So
Everybody knows I'm not even a church goer, but you ain't gonna go. You ain't gonna come against First Baptist. No, baby. No, you not.
I don't care if it's bedside
No,
or
bedside Baptist, First Baptist, anybody. No, you not. AME, I don't think so. I don't think so. You gotta go, baby.
Yeah.
8 minutes before they rejoin, by the way. 8 minutes before they rejoin, they're planning on doing it right at 8 o'clock. And I think they'll try to do it right at 8 to show that there's still some control. They don't want to be late at all. They want to be able to show that democracy is not being interrupted because democracy is fragile.
Yes, it is.
It is. Good job. Before we go, we want to extend one more time congratulations to the gentlemen from Georgia who have made a difference. And as Myra is giving us this, Stephen Hill will give us the new slogan for the state of Georgia.
Black, blue, and Jew.
Congratulations to the state of Georgia for turning blue. Congratulations to the black man, Reverend Raphael Warnock, and congratulations to the Jewish man who now
represents
John Ossoff.
Yes.
Who worked in John Lewis's office, right? He was in John
Yes,
Lewis's.
yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He has made an incredible journey, and in a short period of time, from running for Congress and not making that, but coming back and did what Beto O'Rourke wanted to do and failed to do. So
that's okay. Thank you, Georgia, for making good trouble.
Yeah. Amen. Amen.
Absolutely. And look, the one thing that Donald Trump said right was like, yeah, Stacey Abrams just outplays y'all. Stacey Abrams just like,
did you hear? He mentioned her name in the speech umpteen times today. Stacey Abrams was out there.
And it was simply by getting people involved in the process. Nothing underhand. It was just like, register people to vote, then get them to vote. And the great thing about this is that I liken it to the Matrix, where that moment we've been in that world where like we can't vote, nothing matters. And ironically, it's actually the red pill that gives you that reality. Stacey Abrams gave us the red pill, which is like, shoot, no, this is how you get involved in the system and change things to go your way, right? And so Stacey and everyone, I don't know all the names, I apologize, but the people we've been working with in Georgia the last 2 weeks on this show, Black Voters Matter, Voters Matter, all of them made us swallow that red pill, and it's not just going to pay off now. This is going to pay off in 2022, 2024, and going forward, because their kids will see this now. So
let me ask you guys, and before we close, I'm sorry, Myra, you wanted to say something?
Just real quick. There is a meme of Stacey saying, "You stole her election. She snatched the entire state." Right. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. She came back and snatched the state.
Yeah, that was great. Absolutely great. And I'll save this for another time because we are running out of time, and we do want to see how democracy continues now, coming up in just a matter of minutes. Thank you, guys. This has been a really terrific hour, and I appreciate you.
A great day.
And a great day. Yeah.
Yes.
One more time, I ask you to continue to support our newsletter. Please subscribe, and you can see the stories that our people work so hard on, especially till about 2 or 3 o'clock this morning, and also take advantage of Yogi's Jewels. And today, breathe, take a moment.
Is somebody drinking Patron?
That's you.
I smell tequila.
Stay away from
Thank you, guys, and thank you all for watching. Thank you, Stephen Hill and Myra J, for your brilliance as always. I appreciate you guys, and also we want to thank Black Voters Matter again for sponsoring us and for being such great partners. And tomorrow, Cliff Albright, who is a co-founder of Black Voters Matter with Latasha, he'll be with us tomorrow, and George Wallace Thursday. Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Please go out there, be careful. And as Myra liked to remind us today, get it. Chica.
Chica, Chica, Chica.
For all of the work that Chica has done to help us get this together today, as well as days way back from the beginning and until today. So we appreciate all of your hard work. And go out there and get in some more good trouble. Good night,
Yes.
everybody.
Bye-bye.